All right. Alder Lake, here we come. Okay. I'll tip you up a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that. They're just pulling fish out the lake over there. Nice. See, he's got himself a fishy over there. Okay. All right, let's get boogieing. Okay, here we go. So I'm out here trying to get over to the far side of the lake by Elby, where there used to be a swim hole. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It used to have a super popular name. People used to go there all the time when I first moved out here. I'm blanking on the name of it now, but it's private now. I'm pretty sure you can't get over there. And I've never been able to get there except for when me and Tabby paddled our kayaks over there once. But it used to be an extremely popular swim hole. And it's dry right now. I've never seen it dry before. And all the years I've lived here, I've never seen Alder as low as it is right now. And so I was hoping to get over there because it looks like there are railroad tracks, which wouldn't surprise me because there used to be a town here before they made it a reservoir. And there's a road and railroad tracks over there by where the old school was and everything, which I doubt I'll show you today because those are super easy to see from the road and you can walk to them. But this part of the railroad I've never seen, and I don't know the last time when it was exposed above water, because it's like literally this is the first or second year the lake has ever gotten this low. I think it's the first year. I don't even think it was this low last year. Okay, we've landed over here. We've got to walk up and over that and down the other side to the other side of the lake. So I'm going to see if I can pull, I think I can pull my kayak on this because it looks way more just like dirt and mud than the other side, which was gravel. So we're going to get out and we're going to pull the kayak over because that will cut off significant time. Okay. See if we can get out of here without falling. We're going that way. Wish me luck. I did not think I was going to get this good of a workout. I forget how heavy little blue is after a while. That's what I call my kayak. My very blue kayak. So we can see the other side of the lake now. There's the water we're headed to. And here's the water we came from. This gap has to be at least a quarter mile long. Mostly uphill from that side. Pretty slippery. I mean, I got better footing than I expected, but whew. Yeah, I'm glad the water's getting close. But that cut off probably an hour and a half of paddle time. Had to. I mean, going all the way around is going to take me forever, especially because the wind's actually starting to pick up a little now. It's not as dead as it was. So we're going to finish getting down there and get onto the lake because that puts us a lot closer to our destination. I'm super happy about that. It was worth the tough drag. Okay, we are launching on the other side now. I haven't done this in a while, so I forget how far everything is apart. Okay, we still got a ways to go. We are heading. You can see all those old like tree thingies sticking up out of the water way out there. That's where we're going. This is super creepy in here. It's like a tree graveyard. There's trees everywhere. Dead trees. Usually these are mostly submerged and you can only see the tips. And the water's usually clear enough you can see down to see them. It looks really neat. It's like a submerged dead forest. It looks even creepier with the water low like this. And the water's so murky, you can't see into it at all. That's one of the main reasons why I'm staying so close to shore. That's service, that's good at least. I think this is the last outcropping here that we have to go around before we get where I want to go. And if so, that's awesome because we've been out here exactly an hour now. clearly I was wrong. We've now gone around 2 other points and we're still not there. So I think we're just gonna have to do this by time. If I don't reach it in the next 45 minutes, we're gonna have to turn around. It's just gonna suck if I don't make it, but I can cover quite a bit of ground in 45 minutes, so let's see if we can make it. All right, we made it. And it's actually even lower than I thought. We're gonna have to get out and walk over this little hill to see the spot. The river must come in more over there to the right. So I made it to where I was wanting to go, basically. The river, oh, let's see, it's not wanting to, here. The river goes around this side here, all the way around. And that spot right there is where I wanted to go, that I thought was the railroad tracks. It's not. It's just a bunch of those dead trees. But right after that, it dries up. And that's where the swim hole is, or used to be. Right across there. Can't believe people swam out there with all that debris. Of course, the lake is so low. It would have been so far below them. But yeah, Mount Rainier's peeking out over there. Super pretty. So, long paddle to not have much at the end, but I was curious and now I'm not curious. So now I know. And that's what I wanted. So I'm going to hop back in my boat and probably eat something and drink something real quick and then get out of here because we have 9 minutes until our turnaround time. So that gives me just enough time to eat and drink something and then get back on the water because I got to paddle slowly out of here because there's just so much debris in the water. So let's get back to the boat. Well, now that we made it here, I'm thinking I probably should have just taken you guys to Mermaid Island and the little Nisqually. But I could have swore from the road, those look like railroad tracks. And I know there's other railroad tracks out here. So I thought, oh, maybe that's some more of the railroad tracks. I'm going to go check it out. Because there's a lot of history with this reservoir. But no, it's just dead trees. Saw a whole lot of dead trees today. And we paddled just over 3 miles. I think that counts our walk too. That when we pulled the boat over. These things right here, they're delicious. Sorry, I'm trying to run into a tree. And they're good for you. No bad seed oils, nothing bad. They're delicious. So, thank you. I don't know if you can see the waves behind me or not, but the wind has officially picked up and the water is choppy now. It's blowing sideways against the boat, which is trying to push me into the shore. Kind of hard to fight against, but I know it usually gets windy on Alder Lake towards the evening time, and it is 2:23, so I'm not surprised the wind is starting to pick up. So I was just dragging my kayak across this dry section to get to the other side of the water, and I just kind of had my head down and was trudging, pulling the kayak, and I could have swore I saw an old hoof pick, and I just passed it by thinking, oh, that's kind of weird that there's a hoof pick out here in the middle of the lake. And then I was like, you know what, that might be really old. I'm gonna go back, see if I can find it. I went back twice, couldn't find it, came back to my kayak and noticed my paddle was missing. I'd lost my paddle right after I pulled my boat out of the lake on the other side. So luckily I noticed before I made it all the way to the other side and got to the water and didn't have my paddle. So I had to turn around and go back and find my paddle, which was easy to find, and then looked for the hoof pick again on the way back and could not find it, even though I followed my exact tracks. So that's really strange. But I noticed my paddle was missing. That's the most important part. So we just got to finish off this little stretch, get back to the lake, and paddle across to the track. See you there. All right, the mountain is out in all her glory. Excuse me, and we gotta start the last stretch. Back to the boat launch. It's 3:10, so we're gonna make it back almost an hour before we wanted to, so that's great. Paddle back was a lot faster. All right. Oh, I almost just died in quicksand. I was up to my knees almost. It was insane. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. My rope broke. I need a new rope for the front of my boat. Okay. Back to the boat launch. Everything is covered in mud. Okay. We we are back to the truck. Holy cow, carrying little Blue up that hill's hard work. She's a light kayak, but she's not that light, and she's got probably like 10 pounds of mud on her, and so do I. I'll show you some pictures of my feet when I get back. Oh my god, they're covered in mud. It's awful. But thanks for coming along on the little Alder trip. I thought we'd be able to see some old railroad tracks and some cool old history, but come to find out, it was just a bunch of dead trees. So we got kayak through a bunch of really cool old dead trees, so there's that. All right, thanks for coming along. See you next time.